Yo. Welcome back to Tremonte and Friends Boxing. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And we're going to get right into it. Listen, man. Vergil Ortiz versus ERICKSON Lubin is taking place. This is a great fight. ERICKSON Lubin has been around for a while, man. I've heard sparring stories of wars of Lubin knocking people out. It's like cold. There's a clip online, if you Google or YouTube, ERICKSON Lubin versus Berlanga, where he's like punishing Berlanga. And Berlanga's, 2 weight classes above him. I've heard stories about ERICKSON Lubin, man, getting it in. And he has such a storied career because he's never held a title, like an official title. But he's a thumper, dog. The fight with Charlo, I think it put a bad taste in people's mouth because people thought he was too early. It was too early, and obviously he got knocked out in the fight. And then he had the war with Fondor, but he didn't lay down. So people have this thing like ERICKSON Lubin ain't that, but he is. He can fight. He definitely can fight and get it in. And Vergil Ortiz has been around for a while. He's been boxing. He's had health issues when he was fighting at 147, and he moved to 154. And he's been, putting on some really good showings. He fought Madrimov. He's doing well. This is going to be a clash. You ain't going to have to wait for no action. They both really want to fight. So you might come out, you might see like boxing a little bit, but they both really want to fight. And you're going to get a fight. Vergil Ortiz is a monster, just like Lubin is. He's on a tear recently. He definitely wants to fight for a title. I think this is an eliminator, if I'm not mistaken. And Lubin, he's been around. It ain't too much time, we got left to get this thing. Lubin's been in a lot of wars too. He's been in a lot of wars outside of sparring, just his matches. He's been in a lot of wars, and he doesn't get the credit that he deserves. I think if I'm trying to measure how the fight will go when it happens, I have Vergil Ortiz winning the fight by decision, but it's going to be hard. Vergil Ortiz isn't the best when it comes to fighting, moving backwards. Lubin can fight moving backwards a little better. I think Vergil Ortiz has more. I think Vergil Ortiz is a stronger fighter. I also think he puts his punches together better than Lubin does on a continuous basis. Good body placement in his shots, man, Vergil Ortiz. I think Lubin's defense is a little bit better. I know it sounds crazy because you're like, well, Lubin lost twice by KO and TKO, and Vergil never lost. But that's not how you do fights. Like, you don't do fights by, oh, well, this person has 4 losses. This person only has 1, so they must be better in this regard. No, sometimes it's opposition. Sometimes it's when you're fighting. Sometimes it's because people adapt different styles when they're fighting. If you notice, Vergil Ortiz, he likes to start off boxing. I think he's a boxer puncher, and then he gets in. And Lubin starts off boxing as well. But Lubin can box you the whole fight. I'm not saying Vergil Ortiz can't, but he would rather box you the whole fight versus just starting out banging. Lubin has a little bit better defense to me. I think Lubin's IQ, I think their IQ is probably even. But I think when it gets into the later rounds, I've never really seen Vergil Ortiz like tired. I could be mistaken. I remember when Lubin fought Fondor and he was getting beat. His conditioning is crazy. He might be better conditioned than Vergil Ortiz. And Lubin lost that fight. He lost that fight. But the fact that he was able to put Fondor down in the later rounds and still put combinations, that's like unheard of. Especially with somebody like Fondor, who's a champion. But I edge Vergil Ortiz because they both really want it bad. They want this fight bad. They want to win badly. Lubin might feel like this is one of his last chances, so he's going to come out and put a very valiant effort. But momentum in boxing is a lot. Momentum in boxing means a lot. And Lubin's last opponent can't really measure up to Ortiz's last opponent. I'm not comparing their opponents. I'm just comparing the quality of fighters that they're fighting. I think Vergil Ortiz is more prepared for ERICKSON Lubin than Lubin is for Ortiz. And I think the fight will go the first few rounds, maybe like the first 2 rounds. Excuse me. I think Ortiz will come out being a little more aggressive. Lubin will come out being a little more cautious. And then they're both going to just turn it on. And if you put 2 lions in a cage and they got to fight, you never know who's going to come out the victor. But I'm going to bet on Vergil Ortiz for this fight when it happens in October. Great fight, man. Great fight. I wish we had more fights like this. We do have a list of fights happening, going down the line to end the year. We got Benavidez and Yard. Obviously, Haney and Norman. I'm betting on that. I'll get into some more stuff, but I got Ortiz winning the fight against ERICKSON Lubin by decision. I don't see a knockdown, but I could be mistaken. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. And I'm going to get with y'all soon. Peace.